It's Tuesday. Have you missed me? Happy Tuesday. You're listening to Real Talk with Karen Stacy. We are live on MiamiMikeRadio.com. We are live on Facebook on the Real Talk Coffee Talk group, the Real Talk page. I think we're on my my personal page too, but here's what I need from you guys. I need you to help me share the shit out of this because I haven't been on. You guys are freaking cooking dinner, you're doing whatever, and you're not here, and you need to be here. So, just get your asses, start sharing it out. We're also live on YouTube. If you haven't subscribed, Real Talk Karen Stacy on there as well. And I want to say, I'm happy to be here. And I couldn't be, what's the right word? More humbled than to have this amazing warrior princess that I have coming on the show with me today. And I kind of did this on purpose because I haven't been on, and I haven't been on because there's been a lot of real life, real stuff going on that has made me wanna, I don't know, flip out, whatever the case, whatever the words you might think may be, right? So I think it's only apropos that I come back, guns a-blazing, and have this wonderful woman here with me because, the reason why I do my show has always been because it's real talk. And, we talk about everything and anything. And for me personally, it's nice to have someone on that I think makes a difference. And I think that a lot of us have been struggling for, I don't know, what is it, a year and a half now, right? With the world and the way it is. And I think that, it's always helpful to listen to other people's journeys and to other people's trials and tribulations, triumphs and knockdowns. And then maybe it helps you to look at things a little bit differently. So again, I need your help because we need some more people tuned in right now. I don't know where everybody is, but for I don't know, the 3 people that are watching, please share this out for me. I know I haven't been here, and this is what happens when you're not here, right? But yeah, I wanted to come back with real life, real topics, and a real warrior that is here with me. So I'm going to bring her on. This is my girl, Emily. I'm bringing her on now. I'm adding her in. Emily, you ready for me?
Hey, everybody.
Look at you, beautiful. How are you?
Do you love my shirt?
I love your shirt. Look, we both match. Well, we don't match. You know what the funniest thing is, Emily, which is why you're the best, is that I actually designed that for the men. And you were like, ooh, I have it in the hoodie one, and you wanted the hoodie, but I didn't have your size because you're a little guy. And and so you were like, yeah, no, that's the one I want. I'm like, only Emily, because that was the, not that I care, guys can wear it, girls can wear it, but I just figured, the sexy, bod, would be like,
because that's who you are.
Oh my, that would be for the
and then it's like I'm motorboating you too.
You're a sick bitch. Well, first of all, I want to say thank you so much for coming on with me today.
This is my second time. Thank you for having me.
Yes, absolutely. As you know, I haven't been on, and I'm glad to be back.
I have a
And
little bit of sniffles too. Sorry.
yeah, no, I know. We're in New York for anybody that's tuned in from anywhere else, and we got like a little bit of snow today. And really, it's one of those days, so it's like you need something hot to drink, and you got a sniffly nose.
Well, and I'm in my blanket for it too.
I know. I love it. I love it. And we'll talk about that for sure. I just want you to you know how I always start my show, right? And the way I always start my show when I have a guest is I always say, okay, so who the hell are you? That's right.
I'll tell you who I am. I am Emily, the quilting queen. No, I'm just kidding. I'm Emily. I grew up in a very middle class, normal atmosphere. The youngest of 6 boys, and then me. 15 years. Then I had my little sister. I wanted to be a doctor. Failed out of medical school. So I took on to the financial, like my father, and here I am. And then, life happens. And so you just change your direction as you go.
Ain't that the truth? Well, and that's so this is the reason why I guess I wanted you on today, because I want people to get that you can change directions, right? Because I think there are so many of us that are intimidated, afraid, unsure, right? All of those things. So I think that it's important that people understand that, I know I'm sniffly too. I think it's important that people understand that, like they always say, like, you make plans and God laughs, right? Isn't that,
Yes.
that's the phrase. So,
and I posted something the other day too that said, you're living proof that God has a sense of humor.
yeah. There you go. Well, I mean, I don't know if you've been watching my show now for how long?
2 years.
Right? Something like that.
Not like 2.5 years.
Yeah.
Right before all the craziness.
Yeah. So you've been
2.5 years.
You started watching Coffee Talk, or you started watching Real Talk?
Real Talk first.
Okay. So yeah,
I think we started Coffee Talk after at the pandemic.
Right. When it started. Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
No, I was watching Real Talk.
Yes, absolutely. Well, you're always watching Real Talk. But I see a couple of people are jumping on. Thank you guys so much. I see you. I love you. Thank you. Please help and share this out. We haven't been on in a while, so we need to get people on here. My guest here is Miss Emily, and she is a warrior princess. And so Emily and I, unfortunately, had a strong bond connection, if you will, because you watched one of my shows, right? Then you had messaged me.
Yes.
Do you remember that?
Yes, of course I remember that. Oh, that was such a bad and good day too. Oh my goodness.
Do you mind sharing? I mean, you don't have to go chapter and verse, but do you mind sharing what brought you and me to this place?
Oh wait, you were talking about being a widow and what that is and what it does to somebody, and I was just like, holy shit. I was like, she actually knows, like, it's one thing to talk about it, but then to live through it with other people that know exactly how you feel. And that's what happened.
Yeah. So, sometimes I get up here and I talk, and some people think I should shut the fuck up, and some people listen, some people whatever. But the truth of the matter is that, we all got a story, right? And most people try to act their story out differently than the story actually goes, right? So
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And people only know what you allow them to know.
Right.
So you have to
And
keep that in mind too, that,
yeah,
you
and
know,
I
like a
always,
cover of a book.
right. And I always thought I was very good at covering, things up. But then when people kind of like could see through it, I mean, yes, you do that, but the thing is that something that I learned was that by sharing, you actually can help other people. I mean,
Yeah.
so when you had messaged me, and I won't go into any personal, details, but I was in tears when you messaged me because you were like, "Hey, I get it," and you have no idea how much that meant to me to hear that, and et cetera, right? So there are a lot of people that are tuning in right now and are probably like, "Oh, please, let me start with this pity
Oh,
party."
here we go again.
Right. Which is not even a little bit of what I want to talk about, because the whole thing is that it's not about a pity party. It's about the fact that life hands you, well, sometimes it don't even hand you. It knocks you right down. What?
Oh, I was just saying, oh, and for everybody from last time, yes, I'm still doing the same thing,
You're so silly.
except I just have a different cup this time.
It's the magic cup. So you have been through a lot, as so many people out there watching right now have been through a lot, which is the reason why I'm going here. I'm not doing this to make you cry. I'm not doing it to like piss, nothing. All I want is that I want people to understand that life is not easy. So you and I have something in common. You lost your husband as well. And you have how many children?
Two.
Two. And how old are they?
16 and 6.
Right. And how old were they when your husband passed?
12 and almost 2. Not even 2.
So for anybody out there that's a parent, those are some tough ages, even when you are of sound mind, body, and soul. So when you're not, that's extremely challenging, and you have pushed through it. And what I always love about you is that, like, like, I'm like real, I'm deep, like I'm very deep, like I gotta go right in there and get in there, right? And most people don't, they're not the same way, right? But you are like a ray of light. You're always like, no matter what, you're happy, you're upbeat, if you will. You have strong, good energy. See, and so we have people that are tuned in right now, and I mean, one person in particular who I would love to have on the show as well, Cheryl. She lost.
Oh, hi, Cheryl.
Rockabella, shout out. We'll give a big up shout for Cheryl with Rockabella vodka, which everybody knows I'm a tequila girl, but I will tell you that when I do drink vodka, it's Rockabella vodka. I have the bottle right next to me while I'm saying it. And she is also, and so she came to one of my events. I think she drove like 2 hours each way to come, right? And I just, like, I loved her. There was just, like, you, she had this amazing energy, and I just was drawn to her. And she was like, I had to come and meet you and whatever. So, she was like, I want you to try my vodka. She, brought me, a goodie bag and everything. And she had a little pamphlet in there. So days after I read it, and I find out that she lost her husband and 9/11, right? Because he was, I believe, a firefighter. So I'm like, how crazy was it that I just like kept wanting to hug her the whole time she was there, and not just because she brought me presents, but because, and so not because she was giving me alcohol, but there was something about her. And then when I read about her, I was like, are you kidding me right now? Like, what are the odds that you get pulled in, together? Oh, Amy's there too. Hi, Amy. She came to the event too. She's Cheryl's right-hand man. So, it's like you meet all of these warriors. And so for those people out there, I see people that post stuff on Facebook and like, you know, which I hate when people do that. Really, anybody that's having like depression and mental issues, please stop posting that shit on Facebook, because I don't know how you feel. You know, I mean, like, I'm at my last and I can't deal with this anymore.
I'm over here in my rabbit hole like this. Like, I can't look at anymore.
You know, I mean, and I mean, it's sad, very sad, and it hurts my heart when I see that. But nothing good comes from that, because if you're crying out
talk
for
to
help,
somebody. Talk to somebody.
and that's kind of what I had said. Like, I was like, I understand, but perhaps you should really, you know, talk to someone,
a real life person, not
only a real life person, but a real life person that knows how to handle people that are going through that. Because, you know, there are a lot of people that will turn around and they will say to you, come on, you're strong, you could do it,
get it together,
come on, get over it, snap out of it,
you've done big things before this, you can do this,
snap out of it. You know, I mean, you can't stay this way your whole life, right? Well, yeah, sure, no problem, okay, here we go. You know, and so, but like, you know, so again, going back to yourself, going back to Cheryl, who's on here, and I can guarantee you that I have a lot of other people that are on the feed or anywhere else that have been through hell and back as well. And what I admire most about you,
I'm already on my way. I'm already halfway back there.
Back when?
Round 2 to hell and back.
Oh, right.
Already been there, came back, and I'm halfway going back.
But you know what? The amazing thing is that, you know, you're like, you got it. You're on your feet and you're running. Do you want to share with everyone your return back to hell?
Oh, what? Well, yeah, it has a little bit to do with my cool ass haircut.
Listen, you are a sexy bitch.
And by the way, can I say that my daughter gave me this haircut? So, yeah, live action in our garage. She wants to be a barber. So she's like, Mom, let me cut your hair. I said, yeah, sure, go ahead. This is what we got.
I love it. And I love the color, and I love the red lips.
And it's fun.
See, I like the lips, baby. I like the lips.
I got your tootie right here.
Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby.
I motorboat your butt.
We got a lot of boobage going on right now.
We have a lot going on here.
First of all, thank you guys so much for everybody that is tuning in. I know I haven't been on. You are listening to Real Talk with Karen Stacy. We are live on MiamiMikeRadio.com. We are live on YouTube. We are live on Twitch. We are live on Facebook, on the group, on the page. You name it, we're there. Okay. So with
our hankies.
With our hankies. And with me today is Emily Brooke, and she is my warrior of the week. And we are just kind of talking about you know, life, and how life definitely can kick your motherfucking ass. And it's, you know, what's the Rocky? I love that Rocky thing. It's not about how hard you hit. It's not about how hard you get.
I know. Wait, what is it? Hey, what is that, Rocky?
It's not about how hard you get hit. It's how
hard you punch back. Right?
No, it's about it's not about how hard you fall, or somebody give me the thing.
What's the Rocky thing?
It's not how hard you get hit. It's about how fast you get up. Something like that. I forgot what it is now. Somebody help me.
Google it. Hold on. We're going to Google it.
Google it, damn it.
Yeah, hurry up.
Because I live my life by that. Maybe that's why I'm not doing so good, because I can't remember how fast you get up, right? Thank you, Rochelle. It's not about how hard you hit. Yeah, but it's not about how hard you hit, it's how fast you get up, right? Something like that. That's the thing. So, you know,
that
not many
All
times.
of that.
All of it. All of it. Thank you, guys. I see you, and thank you so much. Please share out. Share out. But anyway, so speaking of getting hit hard, after you have punched back and rebuilt as a single mama, and you were doing pretty good, right? I mean, you have a successful career.
Yes.
You were on your feet. You said you have a phenomenal family and support, correct?
I do all the time. My family is wonderful. Even my work family is just always wonderful.
That's probably because you're pretty awesome too. So I think that
I am pretty fun.
You are.
I am super fun.
You are. I definitely. I mean, anybody that's motorboating me all night. I mean, I think that's pretty fucking fun to me. But
all day.
That's all. Yeah,
all
baby. All right. So now, and again, guys, I am not having this conversation for like to bring anybody down. I'm having this conversation because you need to know what happens in real life, and that you can kick life's ass. So now, Emily, your recent trip to hell, would you like to share that?
Yeah, it started out with a freckle. Ugly freckle. Oh, wait. Oh, give me that. Start it over. Look, we got it. We got the real audio. Hold on.
You, me, or nobody is going to hit as hard as life. But it ain't about how hard you hit. It's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward. How much you can take and keep moving forward. That's how winning is done.
That's how winning is done.
Woo! That's it. Thank you. Woo! Thank you, Mr. Assistant.
The family, we're like, oh, we're eating tacos. Yeah, earlier. Oh my gosh, I was like, oh, I should. When I was talking to you earlier, I'm like, I should probably put a bra on. I'm like, it's Tuesday. Can we have tacos tonight? Like,
well, I'm glad you put a bra on, because since you've been motorboating us all that, that somebody really could have gotten hurt.
It's appropriate,
Somebody could have gotten hurt, so we could have lost an eye.
I have manners,
Oh. Well, I appreciate that. Okay, so it started with the freckle.
Yeah, started with a freckle. And then freckles started growing together. It was like, and they were lumpy and weird, and like, would just like tear like skin off with them because I would pick.
Okay.
I was like, that's not normal. That's not a sunburn, right?
Okay. Right.
And it was skin cancer.
I remember when you texted me and told me. So, how long ago was this?
Let me see, the pandemic, like about a year. I think a year and about 4 months.
Okay, so now your journey through hell. Where was what happened from there? So.
Oh, which one? No.
Well, this one.
The second one. We're still working through it, but we're on the ups right now.
So we need prayers. That's what we need, because I believe that there are people in this life that are meant to do some really important things, right? And you can't question, right? Because shit happens, and
no, you can't question.
We don't know. I always say you can't ask why, you have to ask what, because there's a reason for it. So, and this is why I say, like, you never know what someone is going through, right? So you should be kind. So you have.
Yes, be kind.
You've been through, you would think you already paid your dues, okay? And then here it comes. I mean.
But that's the thing I learned. We don't owe this life anything. And life doesn't owe us anything. We're just doing life.
Well, if somebody's doing me, they owe me something.
I say, how much?
They owe me a happy ending. Never mind. You're doing me.
How much?
If you're doing me, I want a happy ending. All right. So, I don't know if I like that, Emily, but I
So
get
much.
what you're saying. I get what you're saying. But so crazy, right? So my point is that there are people at home that are maybe, they want to give up. Let's just call it that, or they're having a really bad day, really bad month, really bad year, right? And you realize that there are a lot of people having really bad months, really bad years.
Worse than I've ever had too. And that's what I had to realize too, that there's always someone doing worse than me.
That doesn't make me feel better.
No, it doesn't make me feel better either. But you know what? Those are the people I like to look for, because I can do something for them.
Yeah, it's
Does
definitely
that make sense?
yes,
If
because
I can do something for you, then okay, whatever's going bad here, it's not wasted because I can still do something.
yes.
My
Yes.
time isn't wasted.
Well, that's what I mean by inspirational, which is why sometimes it helps when you share certain things, because your pain may help someone else not to be, not to feel that pain, or maybe what you've gone through can help support someone else so that they can get through it. So I agree with that. And I think that's what it's all about. And I think a lot of it just has so much to do with your energy. I mean, your energy is so strong. Your life force is so strong. Nobody's taking you. I told you, we're gonna be like dancing with the walkers. We're gonna be.
Yes, you said when you promised me. I promised you we're gonna dance when we're 80.
Yeah, we're gonna be clanking walkers, and hopefully.
Little...
Hopefully we'll have some cute, like, cabana boy, well, maybe by then he'll be like 50, right? Because we'll be like 80. So maybe like we'll get a youngin', we'll get a 50-year-old, and he'll, hang with us.
I want one of those.
You want one of the 50-year-olds? I hear you.
When I'm 80, absolutely.
Well, I'm sure. Absolutely.
Well, I would like a 50-year-old now. I'm like, hey.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. So now with all of this fun stuff that you've had going on, so you're still fighting a fight, correct?
Yes, we're still fighting. But I'm on break between sessions.
Okay.
So I'm on vacation mode.
Okay.
So we don't do talk here, nothing about it unless
unless necessary.
Yeah.
So again,
another break.
But see, that's a great that's great advice to pass on to others, right? Because sometimes you just do have to give it you have to give things a break.
Everything.
Right. Because if you continue, with that, it will become your whole life, and it will deplete you of your energy, right?
It does. And you can't put all of your energy into one thing, because you're not going to be with that one that's like committing your entire life to one object. You can't do that.
Well,
it's like putting your eggs what do they say, put all your eggs in one basket? No, don't do it. It's a terrible idea. It's always been a terrible idea.
Well, one might say when they're fighting for their life that they are putting everything they have into that. So
but you have to have, like, I call it backup energy.
Okay.
You gotta have backup energy somewhere. Like, what if what if everything goes down? You gotta have a generator, right?
Right.
That's what I call it. My backup energy is my generator. When I can't go anymore, then pull out the forces. Let's go.
And I love that. And it's such a great way to think, because I don't know that I think that way. I don't, I mean, I mean, I had just had something so silly, not silly, but, I mean, obviously, my son is 12 and he's been inundated with schoolwork and yada, yada.
Yes, and I love him to death. Why is he not interrupting right now? I wanted to
Because
know.
I'm in my studio. Yes, no kisses. I'm in my studio. He's in his room. He's doing his homework.
Give him my kisses later.
I will.
My-
I will. So like he was so stressed out over school, right? So homework and this, that, and the other. So they had the break, right? We had Thanksgiving. So I told him, all right, he had
I
half.
don't even feel like it was a break though. But
Well,
no, keep
for
going. We'll
you were traveling. For us, it was definitely a break because we were, I mean, we didn't have to do the every day. But anyway, I told him Wednesday you had a half a day. I said, Wednesday, do me a favor. You have a half a day. What I want you to do is I want you to pretend you have a full day. And I want you to complete your day, have your lunch, and then continue on and do your homework. I want you to do all of your work so that you can shut down after this and you don't have to, because my son will be like, all right, I'll do like this, and he tries to prolong, like, so he doesn't have to sit down and do it all. I said, just get it done so that you're done and you can shut that down and you don't have to think about schoolwork until Sunday night, when you have school on Monday. So not the same as what you were saying, but similar, where you have to just shut it,
shut it down.
And we don't know how to do that, a lot of us, right?
Turn off.
Especially the media. I mean, that's the worst thing.
Oh, it's brutal. It's the worst because it like brings it up over and over and over. It's like, stop, shut up. I know.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I agree. But that's my point, is that it becomes more and more challenging to do that, is I guess what I'm trying to say.
It is. It's absolutely.
And I commend you for having that kind of a positive attitude and not, I mean, so many people are woe with me, and so many people are the victim, and so many people feel sorry for themselves. And I mean, I always say, like, you could visit, but you can't stay.
Yes. Hello. Goodbye.
Well, you know what? You're allowed to have a bad day, because guess what? I mean, when, you got real life things that have definitely,
You know what? I accepted that a long time ago too. And I just started telling people, hey, I'm not having a good day. So this conversation is probably not going to end the way you want it to. Just leave me alone. I'm having a bad day. I'm having a bad day. I am.
And
I don't give a fuck about your bad day, to be honest.
There you go. And that is the truth, because so many people just want the opportunity to complain. Or maybe they're not looking to complain. Let me not say it that way. There are a lot of people that might not necessarily.
No, it is. It's complaining.
Some people, yeah. Some people just want somebody to talk to.
So I'm like, did you eat? Did you sleep? Do you have a place to shit? Did your shit actually get flushed down? You're doing good. If your shit's still flushing, you're good.
Well, again, it's all relative.
Put a TV program on, you're good. You can, if your refrigerator's on and there's food in there, you're good.
Yes, it's all, and that's the funny thing about life, right? It's all perception. I was saying that to a friend of mine today. They're not in a good way. Their mom passed away, and they can't, deal. And then they thought that there was something wrong with them health-wise, and they got a clean bill of health when they went to the doctor today. And I said, you see, you don't even realize like that, how crucial it is to have your health. Because you're sitting here worried about X, Y, and Z, and X, Y, and Z.
80%. Health is 80% of life.
Yep.
It really is.
So how do you keep how do you stay as strong and focused as you are? I mean, how do you do it?
Um, I don't. You know what? I focus on like everything but that.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
You know, and this is our family joke. Oh, mom lives on coffee and a prayer. But I really do. It's the first thing. I wake up, I get my coffee, and I talk to God. And you know, mom living on coffee and a prayer, it's been a joke in our family, but it's real.
Listen, don't ever underestimate the power of a good cup of coffee. And certainly a good prayer.
You know, how you choose to do your alone time, that's your own business, you know? And I believe that.
Right. Right.
I don't get into anybody's. You know what? That's another one too. Cuz I mind my own business. I pray to God. I have my alone time with myself to like, okay, this is not Facebook. This is not this. This is real life. This is what we're doing. This is what we're doing today. God, what can I do for you so that I can be pleasing to others? Love my coffee, smoke a little bit of pot, you know, and it's go time. Let's go.
Well, speaking of go, you have started like a new venture, right?
Oh, with the quilts, yes. Look, we're in the blanket fort right now.
So, yeah, just for anybody, for anybody that's just tuning in, first of all, I want to say thank you guys so much for tuning in to Real Talk with Karen Stacy. We are live on MiamiMikeRadio.com. For those of you that are commenting, thank you. I see you, Joe Q. Thank you. It is good to be back. Hi, Tina.
I can't see everybody, but I hear some names. So I'm like, hey guys, oh, I know some of you.
Yes. I think Jersey Jimmy was on at some point too.
Oh.
I think he said hello. And I just ask you guys to please share out the video. We are live on Miami Mike Radio. We're live on Facebook on all my pages and groups. We're live on Twitch. We're live on YouTube. Make sure you subscribe to all of those. With me today is Miss Emily Brooke, who is my warrior princess. And so, you know, Emily and I, unfortunately, both have a commonality because we both lost our husbands young. And she is in the process of battling the big C word. So we are all sending much prayers, which I didn't see any prayers being sent. I don't know what happened to all my peeps because I didn't see them up there on the screen, but that's okay.
We pray daily anyway. It doesn't matter.
It is. It's all good. And now, so, you know, again, I just think you're so amazing and phenomenal, and I love your energy. And so now you started your own business now.
Oh, well, yes, that was my, wait, hold on. What do you call it? What did you tell me? You're taking time off work to start a business? Is that what you, yeah. Because I took time off of my normal job to focus on my health. And then I got bored. So I started quilting with my grandmother, which that was such a blessing to quilt with my grandmother.
Yeah.
And then I started having all these quilts, and I'm like, oh my God, I don't know what to do with them. I'm like, well, just sell them.
You give some away.
And I did. And I give a lot away too.
Wrapped it home.
So I don't know what quilting is.
Quilting. Well, there's different forms of quilting as well. I do the patchwork where it's just, you just take pieces of leftover garbage and sew it together.
Wow, sounds great. I'll have 6 of them. So leftover garbage that you put together, and all right, sounds good.
See, like these are just pieces of like random pieces of material and fabric.
Okay.
So you just leftover shit, just sew it together. This is like this is a leftover of 16 quilts. These are leftover pieces that I just sewed together, and this is my traveling blanket.
But what do you mean by left over? What are they left over from?
It's just little chunks of fabric that's left over from a
Okay.
previous project.
Okay.
So then I just stitch it together and sew a backing on it and make it like a whole brand new one.
Let me like what I see you keep putting something on your legs. What is that
Oh,
something?
this is the old one that my grandmother made me in 1991.
Oh, wow. So your grandma taught you how to do it?
Yeah, she taught me how to do this. And it's old and busted, but this is like 30 years old.
Wow. So you were home because you had to take time off of your regular
and you know
off of the regular job while you're fighting the fight, and you can't sit still. So you decided that you would just
start quilting.
Okay. And now you have like, so you make things to order, you just make things like like I said, I don't know.
I just make random stuff because I do the patchwork, and then I do the memory quilts. People send me their baby's old clothing, like you have a box of like leftover onesies and t-shirts, and when they played t-ball and did this and that. So I just sew all of those t-shirts and fabrics together. It's called a memory quilt. And then there's like a themed art. Like if you send me photos of your living room or bedroom, say, oh, when you need an accent piece or whatever, I'll match it all together. And a quilt is a blanket for your blanket in all reality.
Okay.
It's an accent. And the history of quilts too, a long time ago, the pioneers, they would cover their beds with these just sewn together fabrics. So at night because they didn't have windows, so at night when they got into their beds, they could lift the quilt down and they would have a clean bed to sleep in.
Oh.
So it's really a blanket for your blanket.
I like it. I like a blanket for your blanket.
But I travel with mine. Like I always travel with this one.
Well, I think that it's truly amazing that you like went this route because, again, there are people that, and again, I'm not belittling or taking away or whatever, but there are so many people, right? We all have things that we go through in life, and you have somebody like yourself who has really, like you said, you're on round 2 from hell and back. And now you started a freaking business doing it. And you didn't do it because you were broke and needed the money, right? You did it because you just I don't know your financial situation, but
Yeah, my hobby got a little bit out of control. I started focusing on my hobby instead of my problem. That's what happened.
Yeah, but I get that, but again, this is why I try to like bring people like yourself and bring awareness to these things, because so many people concentrate on the wrong things. So, you're going through your second trip to hell and you just said, you know what, I want to do that. And it's an outlet, right? Because it's creative. You get to see the end result, right? Because you're creating something, you're making something. And
everything has its own like flavor too. There's no nothing's the same ever.
Right, which is amazing. It's unique, just like you. So I just jazz hands. I just, my hope is that people can watch the show and become inspired, and realize that even though, like you said, you make plans, and
I don't even make plans anymore.
You know what? I don't either, because after you've been through certain things, you just realize that there's no point. right? And you just, and like you said, sometimes I'm having a bad day. So I can have plans, and I used to force myself to do certain things. Now I don't even force myself.
No.
I'm just like, I'm not doing it.
And that's what we were talking about too the other day when we were talking about the show. And you're like, you're okay with this, that, and I'm like, Karen, I'm committing to this show. The show is no rules, no boundaries. Let's let's go.
Well, I mean, there's always got to be some form of a boundary, of course, but yes, I mean, it's just
or we're getting FB jail.
We'll get what?
We'll go to the FB jail.
Oh, you're always in jail. I shouldn't even be seen with you.
But I said I was going to behave until the show, and then, no problem.
Thank you. I appreciate that, because that would have been funny.
Technical difficulties, folks.
Yeah, technical difficulties, because she'd be in jail. I know. It's crazy. I just, I think that we're going through some really unprecedented times right now, in the world. And it is definitely not easy to navigate. And then we have people like you that, are just showing us like how to live. Really, I mean, and it's crazy that someone has to die. And, meaning like when us losing our husbands, it teaches you a different way to live, right? Would you say?
It definitely changes things.
Yeah, that's for sure.
I don't know if it's a teaching or I don't know what kind of mechanism, but you learn a lot.
So that's a teaching. If you're learning, it's a teaching.
Teaching. Okay.
So yeah, you learned.
We got learned that day, didn't we?
Well, you know what? You have no choice, because it's sink or swim.
Or swim. And I'm a piranha, so I'm gonna have fish for dinner.
Well, since you're motorboating, I have my own flotation devices. So I hope to continue to
I motorboat Karen all day.
You know what? I really do love that design. And I have to say, just like what you were saying, so when we were in the pandemic and we were stuck,
and watch your butt too, look.
There you go. Oh God. That was when I made all of these things, which, by the way, for anybody that wants, I do have, like, anybody that wants to buy for Christmas, I do have some extras that I had made. But it definitely helps you to focus, so that it takes you out of that cray mental place, and it makes you, do something positive. That's why when I saw you and you did you started with your quilting, I was like, this woman is unbelievable. Like, no, listen, you got to be a little to stay, to stay afloat. I mean, I think that there's a lot of people that can learn a lot from, listening to you and from learning. And I just realized that my thing is unplugged, which is bad, because my computer may die. There we go. That was not good, Karen.
Karen.
I know. You know what? It's fun. I haven't done my show. I was very I'm all offish. I didn't know what buttons to press. I was trying to figure everything out.
But this is just like us texting, like on a typical evening. This is so great. That's why I love you so much.
And thank you. I love you.
Talking to you is just like texting. We're just like putting our conversation out to the world.
Well, yeah, and you know what?
And I don't even have any. I don't care.
But that's.
I'm not ashamed of it anymore. Like.
Why should you?
Not that I was ashamed, but when you feel like, oh my gosh, like you just feel like a person in the corner of everybody else that you knew. Yes. Everybody else is, their world is still the same. It's still jiving and going. And you're like, who am I now? You have no idea.
That's an amazing analogy. Yeah.
And I didn't even put myself in the corner. Like
Right.
nobody puts baby in the corner.
Nobody puts baby in the corner. I put myself in the corner all the freaking time. I love the corner.
But I never used to be in the corner. And so looking at your own life from a corner, it's different, right?
Yeah.
When you're like, wow. Like,
It depends what eyes
who
you're
is
looking
that
for.
lady?
Yeah.
Who is she?
So are you saying that you look at that and you say that like as time progresses, or you mean that you
Like
look at
looking
that?
at my own self sometimes. I'm like, who is that lady in the corner? Like she's so colorful and fun. Why is she over there by herself? And it's like you have to find people who have your like mind, your like attitude, and my friend Lauren, I think she's actually watching right now. Lauren, she's like, let's just the friends that say, let's go have lunch, let's go have a coffee. You need to pay attention to those.
Yeah.
We're not going out to do a big deal. The ones that, how are you? You doing okay? You might not talk to them for a month, 2, 3, 4, 5. The ones that it's called consistency. Hey, how are you? You're good? Okay, I'm good. All right. Love you. Those ones.
I couldn't agree more.
They're valuable.
Well, and that's the thing, is that a lot of people, they don't know what value is. So yeah, I agree with that. And I know even, I was going through some stuff, and, I didn't check up on you as much as I wanted to. You ended up checking on me. And I was like, like I felt terrible. I'm like, she's checking on me. I mean, just because like everything outside is crumbling, this woman's fighting for her life, and she's texting to see how I am, which made me feel, crappy. But, when
But
you
it's never even about that.
right.
You
I
know.
get it. That's what I'm saying. When you have a certain vibe with people, just like what you said, it doesn't have to be every day, but it's just knowing that you have those core people that are there for you. And you know what? I mean, I have to say, I don't know. I think you know a lot of people. I probably know a lot of people, but I would say that the people around me are very few and far between.
Well, I know a lot of people too, but you know what I say? Not a lot of people really know me, though. I may know a lot of people, but not a lot of people know me.
Gotcha. Well, I think that you're pretty awesome. I wanted to share this with, yes, your magic cup. The first time, so for anybody that missed it, I don't know, it was probably a while back now. I had everybody's favorite, Jersey Jimmy.
Yes, I think he's on here too.
I thought he was earlier. I haven't seen him. Everybody's quiet now. I see Gio was with us and Cheryl was with us.
Karen, we kind of got a little serious. Like,
that's okay. I mean, you know what? I have no problem with that. I don't think that, like, if I was listening to this, I wouldn't be like, oh my God, these ladies are killing me. And I would
they're like, blah, blah, blah.
As opposed to what? People that are on here and they bash each other and they talk shit.
Maybe we should drop some TikToks.
Oh God. I don't even do that. My son yells at me. I was trying to do a TikTok thing, right? I got these glasses, from my place, right? So I did it like an unboxing thing because I got a couple of different pairs. So I videoed it. He's like, Mom, you can't,
I got in trouble too.
Don't make a TikTok video like you're like 50, okay?
I got in trouble.
And you got in trouble? Who got you in
trouble? From my daughter.
Oh, because you don't do it right.
Yeah, because I don't do anything right.
Oh, that's why God gave me a son. Thank you, Lord. But yeah, I mean, it's so I did, I don't know how to do the whole TikTok thing. It's, it's just like Instagram. I still don't get that freaking thing either. I'm like old school. I'm like, can we have MySpace? Like I was really good with that. I loved my profile with the music.
Oh, Tom. I miss you, Tom.
I loved MySpace, but yeah, so
miss you, Tom.
Tom
Tom knows who he is.
Oh, who the hell are you talking to?
Tom from MySpace.
Oh, okay. Was that the guy that started it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I was trying to remember because
I
that's
don't
what
want to get us kicked off here.
Okay.
Talking about Tom is better than, you know.
I don't know. Whatever you're smoking is working because I have no idea what the hell you're talking about right now. You're the best.
Nobody does.
Nobody ever does.
Nobody ever does.
That's how you get through life so well.
You know, if you can't convince them, just confuse them.
Just keep that.
There we go. Now
Just keep laughing.
I thought only people with penises would do that, but okay.
No, just keep laughing. Just keep laughing.
Laughing is good, but
Laugh
confusing.
your way through life. Stop it. Oh my God.
You are funny. But yeah, so we could have TikToked, but neither one of us know how to do it. So we'd have to get our kids to do it. So yeah, I got yelled at with the video. Ma, you say too much stuff. You talk, like you're doing a YouTube thing. Well, I don't care. That's where I'm putting it.
Right.
Well,
And I'm like, stop recording me if you're not gonna, like, what are you doing?
right. If you're like, Ma, that's not what you do with TikTok. Like, don't be like 50 years old.
I was not trying to be on TikTok. You put me on TikTok.
Well, I don't know what I'm
You
doing.
little jerk off.
Yeah,
Like,
well,
my kids, I hate them sometimes.
those shit asses.
Mom, look at you. You got like 75 likes. And I'm like, on a what? And I'm like, let me put my glasses on. I'm like, what am I looking at? Why am you? She put me on TikTok with the water hose spraying in the driveway. Like, oh, look at my mom. How did that get 75 likes on TikTok?
Have you? Let me just interrupt you. Have you seen what they play on TikTok?
Yes.
And they get millions of likes.
I'm happy with my 75. Yeah, I have a clean driveway. Okay, fuck you. So what?
Listen, I could sit here and put cups on my head and like go like this, and I'd be on like TikTok, and there'd be 80 gabillion people watching. But when I do a show and I try to inspire people so that they don't want to freaking kill themselves because life kicked them right in the gut, and I try to help people, I get 6 views. So go figure.
Maybe we should just go out into the street and like what? We can't say that. Cocaine and hookers. You can't say that. Stop it. No, we should go out into the streets as just moms. Like, you want to make fun of us? All right, well, let me fucking.
Well, we could do a sequel to the movie. What was that movie? Bad Moms?
Yes.
Let's
do it.
We could do that. Who do we know out there? We want to be bad moms. Let's do it.
Bad moms too.
No, well, bad moms from New York. Bad moms.
How do you do the NY?
Oh, I don't know. Go ask your kid. I don't know. I thought it was
Why
like
do we do NY?
the peace thing.
Does anybody know how to do NY?
I think this is how you do NY.
Yeah, but fuck.
This is how you do it. I don't know. I'm like, yo, what up? I don't know. What do I know? I can't. But yeah, this is the world we live in right now.
I missed your face so much. Oh my gosh.
Oh, I love you, baby. Do you like my new glasses?
I do.
Aren't they disgusting? They're so ugly. I love them.
Look at my haircut. It's
I know.
so wild.
I love it. You look great.
You would never have hair like this ever.
You are amazing and awesome. Well, look at my hair. Hello.
But I dig that. That's fun.
I'm crazy. It's been in for like 2 months already. I'm over it. I'm like, all right, we need something different. So I'm on to my next thing. But yes, this was fun. It's nice to wake up in the morning and not have to do a friggin' thing to your hair. Because I bet you have to, what do you do to your hair when you wake up in the morning? That's it, right? It's great. Well,
it is. But I miss my old hair, but I'm like, this is so fun. And nobody expects anything of me right now either. So I'm like, this, like, just look.
Listen to me. You keep doing whatever it is that you're doing, keep drinking out of your magic cup. Keep smoking whatever you're smoking, and keep doing what you're doing, because you are definitely like one of my idols for sure.
I still cheer for the Jets too, by the way.
You what?
Go Jets. I still cheer for the Jets.
Okay.
I don't think anybody even does that anymore. I do.
I'm not a sports gal, so
I'm really not, but I love the Jets.
okay.
Always will. And Yankees too.
Well, yeah, I mean, bad moms of New York, you gotta like the Yankees. Hello. All good. So now,
Yankees, Jets, coffee, and a prayer. That's all I need.
I'm sorry, and your magic cup with wine in it.
Yes. No, you don't know what's in this one. This is a different cup from last time.
I know it's a different cup. Oh, see, everybody
And how
loves the
great
Jets.
is it?
Huh?
This is my mom cup.
That's your mom cup.
Like,
Yeah,
how
it's
great is
awesome. What are you drinking in there?
See, that's what nobody has to know.
I know, but I'm asking. I want to know.
It is called Ragin' Bitch.
You don't need to drink that. No.
Here, look,
What is
I'll
it,
show
wine?
you. I'll show you.
Is it wine or beer? Oh, it's an IPA.
It's an IPA. Whoops.
That's crazy. Okay. So
Yeah.
it's a beer here. That's what that is?
It's like kick-ass beer.
Yeah. I have been, let me tell you, for everybody that, hasn't seen me in a minute, I have actually stopped with I don't drink during the week anymore. This was a big thing for me. I have to say, September came, I said, all right, I'm done. I'm not doing this anymore.
I
And
love you too.
took me a bit to get it out of my system, you know what I mean? Because they say to kick a habit, takes I don't know how many days. What do they say? 20 days. What are we doing here?
I'm gonna be right back.
I'm talking here, and
I'm gonna be right back. I promise. I gotta.
You gotta pee, right?
Please. I'll be right back.
You know what? You can't fake a live show. She's just like, okay, I'm gonna get up and I'm gonna go do it. Maybe she has to pee after all the beer. I can't say for sure. But maybe there's a good time for me to tap dance and do whatever. No, actually, thank you guys so much. I really do appreciate you guys tuning in. I know it's been a while. It's been a rocky road for sure. And I don't like to come on here and not be the ray of shining light that I am. No, and so unfortunately, I kind of retreat in a little bit to lick my wounds and get my bearings because I don't want to come on here and bitch and complain. I mean, I do come on here and bitch and complain, but I mean, different. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, if I'm going to bitch and complain, I want something good to come of it. So, thank you. And for those of you that, are Giselle, thank you. Cheryl, thanks for sticking on. As a lot of people I don't see commenting. I guess I lost people along the way, but that's okay. I actually normally do my show at 8, but Mr. Vinny Dice, who of course, I love Vinny, decided to change his show to Tuesday nights because he works on Thursdays, and he's at 8 o'clock, which is the same time that I'm on. And unfortunately, since he gets 80 gabillion views, I came in at 7. So I told him I would be like his opening act. But, and so, yeah, you guys, when we sign off, you want to go check out, Vinny Dice and Tony Sausage.
I'm back.
There she is.
Oh, I just heard Vinny Dice and Sausage. Okay.
Well, I
love them. Oh my gosh.
Yes, I was
Check
just
them
saying.
out.
Huh?
Check them out. They're cooking some great stuff.
Well, they're doing a Hanukkah thing today, actually.
Oh,
which
stop it.
I told him to have a good show. So he should be starting any second now. So the 6 people that are watching are
Oh, yeah. We're going to go watch Vinny. Meet us over there.
absolutely. No, we definitely, yeah, no doubt about it. That's what it's all about, right? Support. We all support each other 100%.
I love you, Karen. Oh, my goodness.
I love you too.
Sorry I went missing for a little bit. You know. We're calling from home. What the hell? Like, home still is going on.
I gotcha. I understand. It's no big deal. I did a little tap dance while we were waiting for you.
Oh, I'm gonna do a Broadway one of these days. I'm gonna put my tap shoes on, like, and pull up my ballerina. You know what these are, right? Karen knows what these are. These socks.
No, I don't.
They go inside of your boot.
Oh. Okay.
They're boot socks.
They're boot socks. Okay.
But you can wear them around the house, like slippers.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm always ready to go.
I like it. You're always ready to go. Those fit with the fuck me boots too, right? They're a little too low for that, right? Because they got to come over the knee. But yeah, that works. I like it. So can you tell everybody if they were interested in getting one of your quilts, how they would go about doing that?
Oh, there's a website. We can put it in the links or the comments later.
We can, but could you tell me what it is?
Yeah, it's no, this is not it. Oh wait. Here it is. Wrapped in Hope.
Right. It's all wrinkled. Wrapped in Hope.
It's on a hanger.
I love it.
Here's we have the deal on the back, whatever.
Quilted Hugs. I can't see.
By Emily.
Yep. Quilted Hugs by Emily. That is so cool. So Wrapped in Hope. And you are on Etsy, right? Is that where you are?
Yeah, I have a little Etsy shop. It's so much fun. Like, it just manages itself pretty much.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't really have to do a lot.
That's awesome.
I just have, some of my friends can even go on there and post for me when I can't. It's good.
Well, I mean, for anybody that, that likes, that likes this or knows anybody that might like it, please, share that, Wrapped in Hope, and help support this crazy lady's, outlet. But
my passion, I love blankets.
You know what though?
No, they really are. You know what? Have you ever been in the most shittiest spot in your life? And you're like, you just curl up in a blanket and it's like the greatest thing ever.
Yeah. Well, one of my best friends who's no longer with us, when we met at a dance sleepaway camp when I was, I think, 15, right? She was 16 or 17, 16. And she had like a little piece of her blanket from when she was a kid, and she called it her Silky. And she put it on her face when she would go to sleep at night. She had to feel it on her face. So yeah, I mean, blankets and the sensation, the feeling.
You know what's funny about that too? My oldest daughter, she calls her blanket Pink Pink. Since she was a little baby. Pink Pink, where's Pink Pink? I need Pink Pink. It's a blanket I made for her when she was a baby. But she called it Pink Pink all through. Well, and I have it now in her little baby box, whatever. Oh, Pink Pink. We all know who Pink Pink is. Because it was like, we almost lost it on an airplane too. It was terrible.
Yeah, no, that it can be terrible. It's just, it's a nice thing. Like, I like what you're doing because like when my husband passed, somebody asked me for like a shirt of his or something. And they made like a bear out of the shirt.
Yeah, it's one of those memory quilts.
Yeah. So, well, it was a stuffed animal, but like with the quilts, I think that's pretty awesome because especially, when you have, I mean, you talk about like even for a gift, right? For, like especially family, like a mother, a father, a mother-in-law, an aunt, whatever. Those are really nice because I like to give people things that mean something because, we all, who the hell needs another, shirt? Who needs another, I mean, I always need another pair of shoes, but, who needs these,
I like shirts and shoes. Like,
well, me too, but you know what I'm trying to say. Our parents and grandparents and great aunts and all of that, they don't care about that stuff.
no.
So they like when you give them a personalized thing like that. So, I think like what you're doing, I mean, I didn't understand it, so thank you for explaining it. It's really it's a cool thing to have. And like you said, if you can build a memory from it, if you have someone that lost someone and they can send you these remnants, you can piece it together and create something, right?
Sure. Absolutely.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. And you know what? I love the fact that, from the ashes, the phoenix rose. I mean, you literally were fighting for your life, and you said, I'm bored. I need to do something.
Yeah. Exactly.
So anybody that can be bored because they're fighting for their life has a lot of energy and life to live, right? So I think you're awesome, and I think it's phenomenal that you've done this. And when I saw that, I wanted to have you on because I wanted to support that, because I think that I love the cause.
Well, but we always have fun. Like, even in our conversations, like,
Yes.
just regular texts.
Yeah.
Like, if somebody ever saw our text, like, they would be like, who are these people? Like, we're weirdos. We're crazy. So what? Like, we're living life. You're not living life? It doesn't, like, set you off balance a little bit? Then you're not really living.
Absolutely. And,
if life doesn't fuck you up, you're not really living life.
Yeah, that's for sure. Well, like I said, I think you're awesome. I appreciate you sharing everything you have with us. We are all going to continue to send you love and light so that you can continue to win this battle, God willing. So that we
and you have to go live more often.
I will. I am.
Let's go back to Thursdays, Tuesdays, Thursdays, whatever days.
I was always Tuesdays, but the other thing too is that it's not easy doing something, being fresh. I was doing so many shows. You get a little bit burnt out because, again, somebody had asked me the other day, well, how do you come up with the topic? That must be difficult. And it is. So, I try to, and it's all just me, myself, and I. So it's definitely, it can be a little challenging, but my purpose, in life is to try to help others. So,
you absolutely do.
Well, thank you for saying that. So that's what matters to me, but I can't help others when I'm not helping myself. So I always give the analogy, right? When you're on the airplane and the cabin pressure changes and the mask comes down, you have to put the mask on yourself first before
you can help your neighbor,
before helping others. And most of us, especially, parents, our first response is when the mask comes down is to put it on someone else and not on ourselves.
You can't,
we
because
have to learn.
Strong. You can't be strong for anybody else.
If you can't breathe, you ain't helping nobody else to breathe. So
you know what? And I don't even apologize anymore. When I'm like, I gotta take a time out for just to focus on my family and me, I don't even apologize for it anymore. No. Like, I should never have to.
No.
I should never have to apologize to anybody who does not contribute to my household.
Even if they do contribute to your household, you're
I don't have to apologize. This is for me and mine.
Yes, I agree.
I don't feel bad for taking time outs anymore. Be like, fuck you. I'll call you back.
Yeah. Well, again, when life, throws things at you, you learn what's important. I
Puts
see
ugly things up your butthole.
Hi, Eunice. We're getting ready to tune out, but thank you. I'm so glad you jumped on, my love. I miss you. I want to say a big, huge thank you to everybody that tuned in tonight. I appreciate it. I know that I didn't read a lot of your comments, but we know you're there. I did see some of them, and I know you guys aren't commenting as much. You're just kind of listening, which is great. And I even said it to a friend of mine earlier today when I told her I was doing the show. And so I was telling her about you, Emily, and she was like, "Oh my God, that's amazing." She sounds, amazing. And I said, I think that it might not be, like, I mean, I think we're entertaining, but it's
But not
more
for everybody.
what?
Definitely not for everybody.
No, and I'm okay with that. But I think there are a lot of people that listen in the back, and those are the people that benefit the most. So a lot of people don't want to comment and don't want to participate, and that's okay.
That is fine.
That's okay.
As long as you just hear me.
Sometimes people do need to hear, and they need to know that, they need to turn around and say, wow, you know what?
Yeah, you're not alone.
Yep. Not only am I not alone, but if she can do it, I can do it. So, that's how I look at it. There's my Lisa. Hi, Lisa. So yes, I thank you so much, Emily.
Say hi to everybody.
Yes, I thank you so much, for coming on and telling your story. And again, I think you are a true warrior. And you inspire me each and every day. And like I said, there are a lot of people that follow us, and they are battling as well. So, for everybody out there that's battling and fighting the fight, we love you. We send you much strength, much love. And what do we do? You're strong, like
the muscles,
baby. We got this, right?
Even if they start wearing off, we still got them.
Yes, that's the whole thing. You got to keep pushing it, right? You got to keep doing it. And for any of you guys, don't forget, Wrapped in Hope is Emily's quilting. What?
Yeah, I'm like, oh yeah, we love the Yankees too.
Yes. So Emily makes quilts now because while she's, battling the big C, she decided to take on, a new business because, that makes sense. Why not? I love it. I think it's great. I support you 1,000%. And I wish you only, as you know, we're going to be knocking walkers at 80, fighting over the 50-year-old. What?
We are going to be doing that.
Yeah, fighting over
the grannies.
That's right.
Knocking walkers, holding our grandkids.
Yes, I hope so.
We are going to do it.
Well, you promised me that you would still be here, so we are doing it.
Yes.
And I don't know anybody that looks better in this shirt than you.
And this is a man's shirt too, but goddamn, I don't care.
It's really not. That one was a unisex one, and it was the only small I had.
I see. I can motorboat you all day.
I just love seeing you wear it, though. You look so good in it. I like that style better than mine. I mean, I still got mine too here because
Oh my gosh, I have leggings and like high socks.
You're a fashion don't, but from up on top, you look damn good. Hey, Christina.
I love you so much.
I love you so much. Thank you again. If you guys missed the show, hit the rewind button. And don't forget to check out Wrapped in Hope for Miss Emily. She can make you a custom blanket, whatever you would like. She's pretty freaking awesome. And again, you guys, remember, faith, love, and hope. They are what makes the world keep going, right? And I think you have all of those things, right, Em?
And real talk.
And real talk.
Coffee and a prayer.
Coffee and a prayer. That's it. That's me. All right. Well, I love you, Emily. Thank you so much for
love you too.
And thank you all so much for joining us today. And I will see you guys really soon. Your support means everything to me. So thank you guys so much. Everybody that shared, everybody that said hello, everybody that listened. We love you. And you know what? Keep the faith, baby, because we got a warrior right here that proves to you that that attitude is what keeps you going.
Yes, love you. Thank you so
Love
much.
you. Keep fighting, kid.
Bye.
Bye. All right, I'm gonna bring her off. And yes, it's okay, Lisa. I understand. I know we went early tonight because normally it's 8 o'clock, but since Mr. Vinny Dice is on the Tuesday night thing, we're sharing space. But anyway, thank you guys again for tuning in. I appreciate it. It feels good to be here again. I know I've lost a lot of people because I haven't been here, but that's okay. But again, I just wanted to bring her on today, and I wanted everybody to realize, you know, you never know what someone else is going through. So be humble, be kind, and, you know, just try to support people as much as you possibly can. I mean, that lady is a ray of light. When she texted me and told me that, you know, she had cancer, tears were just rolling down my eyes, and she did not have a good prognosis. So seeing her flourish the way she is right now, it is truly, truly amazing to see. And I wanted to share that with you because we are living in a crazy, crazy time right now. And it is so hard to stay positive. It is so hard to keep the faith and to stay afloat, because literally we are in such unprecedented times that I just felt the need to make you guys realize or remember what's really important in life. And what's really important in life is your health, you know, your family, and you know what, to just be happy, because tomorrow isn't promised. So for those of you out there that are battling, don't give up. You're not alone, and you are loved and supported. So bye, you guys. I'll see you real soon. Ciao.